Let me tell you a story. One of the most life-defining sermons I have ever listened to is Discerning Spiritual Seasons by Apostle Emmanuel Aaron. I listened to that sermon once, I think in 2021 or 2022. And I kid you not, I have since repeated that sermon at least 10 to 15 times. That is my most repeated sermon. That, along with This Grace Called Favor by Apostle Joshua Selman. And it feels like every time I re-listen to these sermons, I hear things that I have not heard in the previous times that I have listened to them. And that is what happens when you repeat and repurpose your content. Hi, my name is Mide, and I'm the creator who kind of does it all. Well, sort of. I think as a content creator, it is important to repurpose your content. Whenever we speak about repurposing content, I've noticed that we often do it from a place of wanting content creators to know that they don't need to overstretch themselves or burn themselves out. They can just recycle content from their previous posts just to stay consistent without overwhelming themselves. Well, here's a different perspective to that. Apostle Joshua Selman once said, "It is not truth that creates conviction, it is repetition." Sometimes, to drive the point across or to get people to make changes based off the things that you share in your content, you will need to repeat it. It is not just truth that will create conviction or habits. In many cases, it would be repetition over and over again, which is why I think it is important for you as a content creator to repurpose your content. I did an experiment last year. Basically picked some of my most viral videos from 2022 and reposted them in 2025. I did this because at that time I was too busy to be consistent, and I still found the words in those videos valuable. And when I tell you that up until this very moment in 2026, I still get comments on the 2022 videos that I reposted in 2025 as if I had just made them in 2025. That's to tell you that, first of all, it is not every person on the internet you have reached with your videos. So when you repurpose your videos, you get the opportunity to reach more people, newer people, more precisely. Secondly, sometimes even the people who have seen these videos in the past, they need to be reminded of the value that you have in your videos. To give people the opportunity to actually draw out fresher lessons from the same piece of content that they might not have done the first time. You need to understand that when it comes to social media, content output is really a game of numbers. There are thousands of videos people scroll through every single day. They're probably not going to remember to come back to your page to rewatch your video that has shared a lesson on maybe how to save money, how to get closer to God, how to navigate godly relationships. But when you repurpose content, you're presenting your audience with the opportunity to learn what they failed to learn yesterday. Apostle Emmanuel Aaron preached his sermon on divine providence December 2025, and I have since then listened to it at least 3 to 5 times. It's important to give people the opportunity to actually repeat your videos, and in many cases they will not have the patience to go to your page and scroll all through again. Repurposing your content is very, very useful, not just for yourself as a content creator, but for your audience. So when you repurpose your content, please treat it like you are just posting it for the first time, because really it might be someone's first time of seeing that video.